Hi again, it's Amy Nadelen from Tribe Wellness. I'm here again today to tell you a little bit about getting started with real food. When I think back to working with clients, what I think I hear most often is their frustration and confusion with kind of getting started on this real food diet and really wanting to feed their family healthier, but not knowing exactly where to start or who to turn to or what information to believe. As you probably know, it seems like every week there's a new study saying there's something that used to be healthy is no longer healthy, or you should be eating this wonderful superfood and it's going to make all the changes in the world. So, not only want to tell you today about kind of what to believe, but also how to make it work for your family as well, because that is key. If your kids aren't eating it, then it's not counting as nutrition anyway, is it? So I really remember back when I first started. I was completely frustrated and overwhelmed as well. I thought that we ate pretty healthy, but again, if you remember back to the video in the first week that, I wanted to do a little bit better for my family to try to help my son feel better with his health conditions. So that's when we really started to find this notion of real food. So what is real food? Can mean a lot of different things. Clean eating, eating unprocessed, it all kind of means similar things. And that's really looking at the ingredients of your food, eating as wholesome, as natural as possible, eating nutrient dense food. So that means for the amount of calories the food contains, making sure that there is a lot of kind of good stuff in that that's going to be good for your body and not empty calories. Looking for foods that are maybe 5 ingredients or less, or whole foods, so only 1 ingredient. And also thinking a lot about where your food comes from. So as Michael Pollan says, you eat what you eat eats. So, thinking about that hamburger that you're having for dinner, where is that hamburger coming from, and, how was that animal raised and what was going into their food and that's making its way to your plate as well. So at first, when I learned all about these new things with eating real, I thought there's absolutely no way that my kids are going to eat like this. I couldn't imagine not having cereal bars and crackers and gummies and everything that my kids love just taken away. But we were able to do it, and I just wanted to share with you today the 2 tips that I think made it easier for me. The first tip was really paying attention to the ingredients in the food. It's kind of the foundation of a real food diet. And I think, as we are raised, we're taught to look at the nutrition. So how much fat, how many calories, how much sodium. And, I don't know about you, but for me, I can't remember all of that information, how many grams of fat is good or the amount of sodium that I'm supposed to have. And I have a background in education and nutrition and health. But really what you want to do is look at the foundation of the ingredient labels. That's really kind of what the building blocks of the food that you're eating are. And you want those to be as wholesome and natural as possible. So that really helped me. It was just focusing on the ingredients and forgetting everything else that I had learned along the way. And those ingredients you want to short list, and you want them to be ingredients that you can pronounce and that you would find most likely in your own pantry as well. And again, when I first started, I just started to look up any ingredient that I didn't know that sounded more like a chemical that I wasn't aware of. Really learning what those ingredients were really helped me to stick to this change and helped me to really understand what it was that I was eating. And then the second tip that I have for you is to really take it one step at a time. I was balancing a lot, as I'm sure you are as well. Raising 2 kids under the age of 5, balancing a career and a home and maintaining everything along the way. So just focusing on taking one step at a time, not trying to change everything at once, because that really just isn't sustainable. So my goal each week, what I did was when I went to the grocery store, I would focus on changing just one thing. So one week I would focus on finding, the best yogurt. And I would look at all the different yogurts and looked at all of their ingredients and found one that I was happy with. The next week, maybe I focused on cereal. Found a couple cereals that I knew kind of follow these new real food rules, but also that my kids would probably enjoy as well. So each week when I put the groceries up on the conveyor belts as I was checking out, my goal was just have each week be a little bit better than the week before. So, maybe the first couple weeks I just had a couple new foods that I was trying out. And then as time went by, it was about half of what I was putting up there. And now I would say after being at this for a few years, it's about 90–95%. But, like anyone, I am still learning as well, and that's okay. We really have to make this fit into your life, and we want it to be doable and sustainable for you to make this change. So again, that's kind of why I developed these real food programs, is to help families like you make this transition, because it took me years to kind of learn all of these answers and figure out, what we should be eating and what we shouldn't be eating. So I put this all together for you in our Real Food program. There's a couple different ways that you can access this program. You can do the Tribe Guide to Real Food. It's completely online. So that is really independent work. You get all of the information delivered right to your email, and you can work through it at your own pace. Or if you want more one-on-one assistance, we're here to help you as well. So schedule a one-on-one consultation with us. You can either work with me or one of our nutrition therapists to really help you through this process. If you're here locally or if you're somewhere throughout the country, we can work together either way. If you're here in the Rochester area, come on down to our office. We can schedule an appointment with you there. Or we can come to your home, help you clean out your pantry, or even take you to the grocery store and help you navigate, choosing this food for your family, so you're not kind of scratching your head as you're checking out saying, what am I buying? What am I going to do with all this food? How am I going to get my kids to eat it? And, how am I going to afford this change as well? So we're here to help you through all that. So hopefully you found this, informational, as a great introduction to getting started with real food. And until next time, have a great day.